We're going to continue work here on the Spelljammer combat and exploration assets for this. We're going to be putting this out on the DMsGuild as soon as it's done. So we're going to keep at that. Let me check my signal here real quick to make sure I'm coming through okay, and then we'll go through my spiel and we'll get to work for a couple hours. So hold on. Spiel and we'll get to work for a couple hours. Perfect. If you follow me on Twitter, I've just posted that I'm live on Twitter. So if you want to find out when I'm live in the future, you're welcome to follow me on Twitter. I'm going to hit some Discord channel pops real quick, and then we'll get into this. So hold on real quick. I create PDFs that provide supplemental rules for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that I publish on the DMsGuild. You can see a link to the DMsGuild in some of the products that I've produced in the past, and the link down below in the description. They're all 100% preview. You can click on the eye icon on a cell phone, or if you're on tablet or desktop, you can click on the link that says full preview underneath the image of the book covers. Read everything cover to cover. If it's something that's interesting to you, please consider purchasing to encourage more behavior. If not, that's cool. I'm glad you took a look. There's about 120 illustrations in there that we produced. So certainly take a look at those if you like them. Give me a shout out, let me know. If you ever find yourself going back to the books because there was something that may have been interesting there for you to just take another look at, that's probably a good indication that the books are worth your time. Purchase them. So let's see. Like, subscribe, all the bells and whistles, guys. So this is this book cover. We produced this back like around, I think around episode 15 through 19, something like that. But right now we are working on ship tokens. So actually, for the completionists out there, we actually I went a little overboard with the token for the megapede, but it's done. So it's a lot more detail than like virtually anything else that I have in here. Well, the Cosmic Horde might be a competitor. Okay, well that has some detail to it. Well, the Kandori is pretty simple. I love the Lunar Dragon still. Then we have the megapede. Boy, that guy's eating up space. The Murdered Comet is by far the dumbest thing I've ever had to produce. But hey, completionists. Scaver. You know? Scaver. Solar Dragon. And Space Guppy. So that's all the critters that we need to have in the revisions for Imbu's Menagerie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 9 different critters that we have. These will all be included with the supplement when it's completed. It'll be in a zip file for you guys to use as tokens. Oh yeah, there's also there's the black and white versions in case you don't want to have colorized. It's just a shadow. That's great. I love how the colorized version of this turned out. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, for virtual tabletop and high printers, and this is for just simple black and white, like laser printer, low qualities. So got all those done. We're officially done with creatures. So those are now all illustrations that we can drop into the document itself when we go to each of the sections about how each of the creatures are changed by the combat and exploration mechanics that we have throughout the book. So that's a good 9 interior illustrations that we've already resolved. So hey, look at that. We're finishing our book. We're coming along nicely. I'm going to chaka. Come on. There we go. Yeah, right. We're working on the lamprey right now. So here's Nas Nichols. Hold on, I gotta find a way to. Right. here to here equals color. And this is beta, black and white. All right, so yeah, here's the version, the image that they gave us in the adventure, the Spelljammer's Adventures in Space book. So we can use that as we're using this as a reference guide, for us to do more stuff. Interesting. I just think it's interesting. All right, I was looking at the picture. Just staring off into space. Don't mind me. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. All right, cool. So let's go back. I'm trying to study this guy a bit just to see how, because they got this weird plasma stuff going on over the wings, which is purely an aesthetic thing because of, you know, the flames that it's shooting. It's just thematic. It's not structural or informative or not. It's just fancy magic shit. So I am trying to screw it. I'm just gonna use the let's see, bombard, flying fish, hammer ship. We'll just use the same color from the hammer ship. Here and here. We will begin page layout. I'm not going to, how to put, I've been sloshing around inside my head about when to start page layout for this project. And the way that it's been sitting, I wanted to get done with all of these ship tokens before starting the page production side of the project, but my gut's telling me that I don't want to wait that long. So, okay. What do you want me to do, Muse? Muse will tell me what she wants me to do. But it will be very, very soon. I suspect, I think I mentioned this before, I suspect that this Saturday we're going to be doing page layouts for a couple hours while we continue token productions during the weekdays. So layer, free transform is horizontal, then we push it down. It's down. Good. Nice. What else? Right, floorboards. Hold on. Floorboards, and there's a hole in the floor for the deck plan for under deck cargo storage. Give me a second here to fix my chair. I gotta get a 20-minute timer going on my clock. It's 6:20 now. That's perfect timing. So we got about 100 minutes left on the block. I'm gonna chew through it in 20-minute chunks. Grab some coffee. There we go. Chip, chop, chiree, chiroo, chirom. We're going to... That's pretty straightforward. Something like that, I think. It's where did my bits go? Deck plans. There we go. Deck plan. That's interesting. Hold on. Huh, I guess that's just decoration. Okay. Interesting. Well, there's nothing that's going to slow me down then. let's just duplicate that layer. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, okay. I like this song. Ugh, didn't realize I did that. Alright, well, whatever. Just merge those down. So the maps are done. The creature tokens are done. We're in the process right now of finishing the ship tokens. We'll be getting into page layouts very soon. This project's coming together, guys. Man, I'm excited. I'm legit excited about this project. It is super cool. Hopefully when y'all start chewing on this, some of the ideas in here are going to stick with you. I mean, you don't have to use everything if you don't want to. If you got your own preferences on like how quickly, you know, weapons fire according to what you think should balance in your game, then so be it. You can certainly just use the scaling and pursuit mechanics that we provide, or if you like your ship pursuit mechanics, but you like how we handle reloading siege weapons, it's great. Take whatever you want, leave the rest. It's here for you. And I like how that sits. There's this metal bit going on I want to get into. Oh, that's the sound a hiccup makes when I'm making a hiccup. Don't mind me. Just over here hicking up. Here. Yeah, no need for symmetry here, my friends. We can just do this, and then we'll just duplicate it on the other side. Hey, Hernetico, it's good to see you, my man. So all the creature tokens are done. We're now just working on the ships. And we'll begin page layouts this weekend. Got a slew of tables and charts that are going to need to be built for the documents on top of just like the actual page layouts. But yeah, we'll get a good go of it. Pancakes! Right on, dude. Nom 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 nom. I like eating Lucky Charms and Captain Crunch while watching Sunday morning cartoons with my gal. We're frequent brunchers, but sometimes just staying on the couch and just watching cartoons is a lot of fun. We just finished Vox Machina. So that's off our plate now, which is a shame because that season 2 is awesome. At least I think it's over. We haven't checked back to see if there's more episodes this week, but it seemed like it was at a natural resting point. I am not a Critical Role fan at all, so it's it was fun watching the abridged version of the campaign through the cartoon, which is it's just excellent. It's just excellent. Hey, look, how are you doing? Man, we're doing great today. We are creating tokens for Spelljammer ships. We're stealing color cues from the Spelljammer's Adventures in Space that Wizards had published. So we're borrowing off of this. I mean, obviously this plasma and stuff that's coming off of the fire ring thing that's along the bottom edge here. We're not going to take that. But, like, you know, the color references here. We also have a lot of self-reference stuff like from the Hammerhead ship that we had produced previously. The Flying Fish. Damselfly. I still love the Damselfly. Still my fave. Although the Night Spider bangs. We have the Bombard. But, let's see. The Living Ship we produced. We still have to finish the Nautiloid. But we do a black and white version so that people can do laser printer easily. And then we do the color version for people that want to use the VTT. And I like how the Night Spider turned out too. These are all 50-foot scale squares. The combat system that we use does a scaling mechanic. Here, I'll show you guys real quick before I get back into the artwork. Let's go with our layouts here. Spelljammer Combat and Exploration. So this will be our book cover. And then our table of contents, credits, legal stuff, introduction, astral splash. Kicking down here through the equipment guide, we have major and minor helms for different size crafts versus ships. There's crafts and vessels that if you look in the past playlist here for the Spelljammer stuff, you'll see a lot of conversation about ships in general, and then the scaling of ships and like how small fighter craft fit within 50-foot squares. Like it'd be small here versus vessels, which are the larger common Spelljammer ships that we have. That let's see if we have. Oh no, that's right. Let me go fetch. There we go. Okay, so a 5-foot square, that's the size that a person would fit inside of, like a medium-sized, small-sized creature. Then you got 50-foot scale, which are small craft, which we need to fix the illustration for. But that's what we're in the process of doing. And then you've got a 500-foot square, which is a 10 by 10 space. Like if these were 50-foot squares, then a 500-foot square would be 10 50-foot squares. So you can see a star moth here, which is only 100, 200 feet long. It easily sits inside of a 500-foot square. And then you've got number 3 here depicting what just a single 500-foot square looks like. So you can tile 10 5-foot squares out into the scale of a mile. Here's some examples of the small craft that we've been producing at the 5-foot scale. It's like a spiderling. It's like a 40-foot ship. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's like these little skiffs, only like, like 20 by 10 ships. And then you got goblin blades. There's a little fighter craft that you can form up into squadrons. A little small jammer, a cuttlefish for the Illithid. So these are the things that we're building right now. These are just rough deck plans. We're going to have to come back and build like actual deck plans for these things, along with these larger vessel tokens. And these will all be usable inside of the map systems that we've been building. So, and if you check back in the previous, like even the first episode, we had the Light of Zaraxis playtest setup that we've gone forth since completing the map for the Imperial Citadel there. But these are all the things that we're processing through to build these tokens, and then we'll be doing layouts here starting on Saturday of the actual Word document here that we have of all the text that's laying in. We'll have to build out these tables better. We'll need to build out like this. Scroll down here. I mean, this is 120 pages, something like that. It's currently, oh wait, down here is the corner. It's 104 pages without any illustrations. So it's a solid doc. We have different types of materials, the effect that it has on saving throws and ability checks for the ship moving, damage thresholds for different size vessels, the armor class, how to calculate towing. Like the amount of weight that they can carry, how much they weigh as a result of the materials that they have, the towing capacity and cargo capacity for folks that enjoy doing salvage and trade runs. And then here's a breakdown of all the ships that they have in Spelljammer's Adventures in Space by Wizards of the Coast. Size, the spacing that they occupy at the 50-foot scale, the hit points that they have, material, the default stuff that goes along with those materials. And we have all the fighter craft that we had. So we'll have to build this all out into a table. It just goes on and on and on and on about combat, how to scale stuff in combat, how to have chases, how to track things, how fast you have to move, the different ship roles that we've built out for these to be able to use 5e combat while your team is working together on a ship. So it's thorough. It is thorough, and so it'll all be 100% preview on the DMsGuild, so I will encourage folks to check it out. And if there's anything about it that you like, then purchase it to encourage me to do more. I want to do the Elven Armada next. I also want to do a number of smaller scenarios and adventures. So we got stuff going on with this. Question, what other RPGs do you want have you tried besides D&D? So, well, I've been playing D&D for about 35 years. So it is. I've played every edition of it. I would say outside of D&D, I was a big fan of Gamma World, both the second edition, published by TSR, as well as the 4th edition remake by Wizards of the Coast. When they converted D&D over to the 4E format, they also created a 4E mechanics for Gamma World. So I thoroughly enjoy Gamma World. I've got a weird tag here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. Hold on. I played some, I think it was 3rd edition Shadowrun. I like the aesthetics of Shadowrun, but it is a clunky, it's a clunky game system. I love Rifts and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Robotech by Palladium, but Palladium is an incredibly disjointed and unbalanced system. Like they don't care about balance at all, and I don't necessarily care about balance as long as like the game itself doesn't have to come ready to go and balanced. If you're familiar with the game system, you can limit what options are available, especially in Rifts, to like, this is the kind of campaign we're going to run, XYZ, so that means you only have access to these races and class features, ABC. So you can control that scope yourself. But when we played Rifts, it was just gonzo. It was like everybody pick whatever the hell you want, and if it's unbalanced, then just lean on the stronger characters and enjoy what you've chosen to play regardless of its strength. So I usually played like a psyker type character that like psychic abilities and stuff, that it didn't matter how little my character was, I could still contend with the heavy hitters on the team because I could take over the mines. So that worked out well. But let's see what else. I played some 2nd edition Call of Cthulhu, which I enjoyed it. It's a horror genre. It's a well-built horror genre game in that you have 0 chance of survival. So you're going to die in that game. And it's just a matter of how brilliant is your death going to end up being. So I played some GURPS. Didn't really like GURPS as a universal system. It just didn't feel like it had any real personal identity at all. Love Numenera. I ran a Dark Sun. An Eberron campaign in Numenera for about a year and a half, I think. When we decided that 5e didn't really work and we were tired of 3e and didn't want to switch over to Pathfinder, then we just delved into Numenera for a while. And Numenera, Cypher system in general, is really, really cool. Heavily recommend that. I played some Rollmaster, and that system, I am not a fan of Rollmaster. It's a skill-based system that works off of percentile dice, so you can really incrementalize converting XP gained into a percentile gain for a specific skill. But each skill, like small weapons versus large weapons, is a distinction in that system. And they really, really nickel and dime you with very little sense of progress with each skill purchase. It's like a 1% or a 2% increase, and it just takes for freaking ever for you to really feel like you're doing anything. At least that's how I felt. Maybe it was just a lack of system mastery, but system mastery really is the optimal term when it comes to Rollmaster. Let's see. Also played. Warhammer. I played Warhammer Fantasy, which was really interesting because they're kind of the first RPG that I'm aware of that developed the prestige class idea that 3E, 3rd edition D&D later glommed onto, and I I loved it. They had a really weird list of different professions. That like rat catcher was profession, but like it gave you a reflex bonus. You know, it's like each little thing like had its own little quirky characteristics, but also had mechanical advantages. So I was a big fan of that system in general. Like I liked the character development, but I did not like the combat system. It was very clunky. It was very reliant on hit locations. I'm not a fan of damage absorbing, armor absorbing damage. I like the simplicity of just general D&D or general D20 games where the armor class is whether or not you're going to take damage. Like you got hit, so now you're going to take damage, as opposed to actually I'm going to take that back because my own current game table, a lot of the mechanics that we're using currently are you're automatically hit. Now you're just mitigating damage with your defense roll, and armor, like the armor systems, armor reduction systems that a lot of people use, has both a attack roll and a damage absorption effect. I kind of prefer you automatically are hit no matter what. And then you can use your defense roll with, like, say, your armor as a boost to it to try to mitigate some of the damage. You can have the damage if you can succeed the roll, for instance. Is generally how I use damage reduction armor in games. Let's see, what else have I played? Well, each edition of D&D is kind of different. So I guess those all count. Have I played anything else? World of Darkness, Werewolf and Apocalypse and Mage. I've played those three. I've both LARPed and tabletop those. Too much dice. It was very clumsy and slow. I have visual issues, so me having to futz around trying to figure out which die type I threw, like what are the numbers on all my D10s that I have to keep looking at. Big annoyance there. And this was before virtual tabletops, so I might actually really enjoy like a dice application now for using World of Darkness. And I actually have a number of different like small RPG snippet ideas that might work well in WoD, but I haven't visited it since since like early 90s. So I think that was second or third edition at that time. But I'm a pretty hardcore D&D enthusiast. Luke, where are you coming in from, man? Did you find me on the Discords through Twitter, or was I just a suggested feed for you? Always interested to see where new people come in from. Oh yeah, there's also the Discord. I hang out on Discord a lot. It seems like 1D&D is going to have cleaner language for dice resolution in general, but I'm concerned about how well they're going to be able to express the characters. I think they're afraid of people dying. I mean, 5e has always been very risk averse. Like they want you to survive so you can explore their entire storyline of their adventure stories that they wrote. But they don't really let you. They don't encourage. What's the word to use? They don't encourage you failing. Just trying and failing stuff. That's like a big part of role playing. Exploring the space, trying to find the limits of things. What can you and can't you get away with? Like, all that stuff is a learning curve experience. It's kind of like kids, you know? Like, kids want to push the borders of stuff. And if the DM... If Wizards does a good job presenting their material, then they're effectively teaching good parenting, where can your kids afford to take risks? Where are they going to get hurt for it? How can you help them get through that process? Because they're going to have to explore on their own. They're going to have to end up getting hurt. And you can't stop that from happening. All you can really do is provide them comfort and love, which is, in my philosophy, I think how a DM should be treating the table, that you're allies in these endeavors. So if the players make stupid mistakes, they should be punished for it, but that should be part of a learning process of this is how you can become a stronger gamer. I just don't think that's very prevalent right now, unfortunately. That's why so much of my philosophy around games is around building organizations and squads, so that you can become more emotionally committed to the organization that you as players all operate together, and so the characters become less and less important as the team dynamic continues to improve. But there's no support for that style of game in 5e, so that's where a lot of my effort comes from, is building that alternate leadership sort of opportunity inside of the game space. Oh, my computer just froze on me, so I'm going to save and then reopen the document. We can use that as an opportunity to take a sip of coffee. Back it up some. Nice cool water. Nice. This guy's just about done. I don't think there's much more I need / can do to it. Going to duplicate the group, and we're going to free transform and flip it horizontal, and then rip, slide into position. Bam. All right, lamprey's done. I think that's good enough for now. Let's get after the Nautiloid. Holy Hannah, this guy's gonna be a monster. Let's see. Do I have any deck plans for? Yes, I do. Let's see, where are your weapons? Speak to me of your home world, Usul. Yeah, you have this massive ship, you have like one ballista. Well done, sir. No, there's more than one on other decks. Good. Where do you hide? I'm gonna have to go check out the floor plan again. Hold on. Let's go to D&D Beyond. And let's go fetch ourselves a Nautiloid. Okay, there we go. There's our gun deck. Huh. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to pluck this. You pluck it. Timely timer, keeping time. Let's keep it going. Let's see. So we got a gun deck there. I'm gonna have to eyeball this stuff. One, two, three. Siege deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if I can approximate these things. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Huh, 30 feet wide. So maybe I built them all the way too skinny. That's about the right width. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the same thing we did with the lamprey, I guess. Free transform equals vertical. Whew. This one's gonna be a bit of a challenge. So let's free transform. Counterclockwise. Let's make sure we're doing apples to apples, right? Let's make this a little opaque. And then let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. See, it's too big. So we can reduce its size. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, almost there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, perfect. So that's the true size. Oh yeah, we are too skinny. Well, that's reassuring. Too short too. Oh, wait. We can do that instead. Maybe that'll work. Take this. Let's grab conceal that, and then let's grab Windows, drop down here, grab some tools. Did you bring your tools? we want to do that? Yes, it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Now things line up. Oh my god, I love how those tips. Oh, such a great frame. Such a great frame. And now that we have things properly framed, we apparently need to make this thing here. Let's duplicate this layer before something weird happens. Cut off your nose. Free transform. Ah! Freaking perfect. Do this again. Going to duplicate that layer, and then we're going to free transform equals flip horizontal, and we'll line it up over here. Perfect. Oh god, I love this. Just love it. Okay, now that everybody's talking apples and apples, we can properly place our gun turrets. So let's duplicate this layer. We can make this one black, white. Trash. Okay, now we know where the guns are supposed to be, so let's start placing some guns. Bop, 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 bop. Boo, boo, boo. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're gonna. That's awesome. That is awesome. We're going to duplicate these. Love it. Just love it. Such a fun deck plan. I remember when Spelljammer first came out back in, like, what was it, like 1987, and then Dungeon Magazine started putting out adventure content for it. And the first Dungeon Magazine adventure that I recall for Spelljammer was Forgotten Realms. and it was just a casual. It was a casual. An nautiloid was just casually parked in a river, and they were apparently they apparently ran out of slaves, so their life jammer wouldn't work anymore. So they needed to collect more victims, so they could sally forth with whatever their plans were, and your team just stumbles upon them. So you end up having an opportunity to scoop out a bunch of Illithid, and but you'd have to kill people to be able to use the life jammers. So it was kind of like, oh, well, spelljamming exists, but we don't want to kill people to be able to participate in it. So it was kind of just like dead knowledge. So you had to, I mean, the best you could do was sell the thing, unless you wanted to get into the slave trade, which we didn't want to at the time. So I mean, cheers. Line that up there, and I'm going to take this guy here. Transform, check. Duplicate, and then free transform equals flip horizontal, and then love how Nyogi command Umber Hulk. I just think that's such fun synergy. That's the proper way to do this. Let's duplicate this layer. For transform. Flip horizontal. Once all these tokens are done, we can build out deck specs, ship specs, like the different type of weapons that we have, the rams, and the siege weapons that we've added to the system to use the scaling mechanics that we've incorporated. Merge here. Good. Good. This is all doing as it's supposed to. Here. that. Nice. Very nice. Right on, my dudes. One more weapon. Such a tight cluster of weapons. It's just there's just no rhyme or reason, man. Like in second edition when they had weapon arcs and maneuverability classes and like incremental turns, having all of your weapons up front like this like basically meant the back half of the ship was always targetable, and as long as you can keep yourself at its ass, then it can't ever hit you. And 5th edition did away with that with the gyroscopic gravity system so that you can just flip and rotate freely around to be able to have your weapons orient at any ships around you in very similar fashion to a pixie flying in a 5-foot square in a dungeon in 5th edition. It has hover, and it can just turn and shoot at you, you know, just by turning. They implemented that ease of movements with 5th edition, and I just think that was the right call, because weapon arcs, turn radius, those were not fun. I would say the entirety of the Spelljammer campaigns that we ran, it was a constant quest to get better turn radius and better weapon arcs for our ships. We would get stuck with these clunky, slow turn vessels with crap weapon arcs and crap range, and it sucked. Seriously spent almost all our time trying to improve our gears because the options that just the default system was garbage, and it was unfun. Like as soon as we saw that there was another ship that could turn on a dime, and that size didn't really matter, it was just how it was built. It was like, how do we build that? Give that to us so we don't have to worry about this dink crap turn radius stuff. And so many people, it's not to hate on other people that are taking inspiration from 2E, but 2E is just the worst system for ship mechanics. Absolute crap fest. So it makes me sad when I see people wanting to implement 2E as a quote unquote fix for what 5E did. Is like 2E is not a fix to 5E. 5E actually did a lot of good in cleaning up how simple maneuvering can be, and I think that can't be overlooked. Let's see how big. Let's take a look at our reference material. Yeah, our reference material has. Yeah, it's got these. I think the way that we're doing it right now is okay. Man, oh man, oh man, Drake. Let's see, where's thank you, Timely Timer. Let's see where our floor plan is at, and do we need to make... I mean, I just think if given the choice, players would rather not have to worry about weapon arcs and turn radius. Like, we could either use these rules or not. Which would you prefer? Everyone's going to be like, no. Do not. It's not, it just doesn't, I've had too many years of experience. It's just, I don't feel it adds anything to the game. But I mean, hey, opinions may vary, so just because I know my way to go doesn't mean anyone else is going to follow me. Which is why I have to offer the mechanics for free, you know? Give people a chance to see what it is that we're talking about. It's just too cool. It's just these deck plans are just too cool, man. Plans. Where are we at? We're at 7:20. We still got 40 minutes left. Oh my god. Let's get cracking. And maybe we'll just go with good old reliable hammerhead shift, huh? Good old rock. I mean, we kept turn radiuses, but only if your ship is being pulled by flying creatures. Then you can use Salt Marsh rules of you get up to 90-degree turn once during your movement. So if you take your normal movement, you can turn, and then if you use the dash action, you can turn again. So you can turn around, but it just eats up. You've got limited mobility. Huh. Fascinating clouds. That's really interesting how they did that. What are you? I bet. What are you, red? Of course you are. Ooh, interesting. Blue greenish looking stuff out here. Not being able to see color, I have to do a color search on the picture so I understand what it is that they're trying to express here. what a hellscape. This is great. Red. Tentacles are red. 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 There we go. There's a bluishness to it. We'll go with that. I'm not saying people are wrong to include turn radius and weapon arcs in their Spelljammer offerings. I'm just saying that after having tested it for years, it just isn't fun. Given the options, it isn't fun. But that's kind of why I build PDFs in the first place. Is I build the kind of supplements I think as a DM are fun to use, and I think players are going to think are fun to have available for their characters to use. So I'm biased, I admit it, but it's the kind of good bias that you want. You know, like Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil knows how to have fun. Let's play. Transform equals flip horizontal. Wow, fascinating. Well, that explains it all. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. Next up is top deck. Oh, like that's not confusing. Hold on. What's that? Okay, so there's a lot of red out there. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna stick with this as our base color, and we're gonna use that highlight. And we can use the same deck wood floor plan that we got going with the hammer ship to have the consistent language about decks. So like wood slats and planks is the word I'm looking for. Planks. This is gonna be a hell of a lift. All right, let's see how our deck plan is supposed to sit. How are you lining up, my dude? I see. Huh. All right. Not making it easy on me. moment. Fascinating. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where these things sit. So I can drop the opacity here. Close up those turrets. This. Take your time with the timer. We still got what? 20 minutes? Okay, we still got 20 minutes. We will not finish today, and that is fine. Proper. Let's duplicate these. Transform. Just flip horizontal. Line them up. Where's all that business down? Looking good. Let's just undo all that business. God, let me undo all that business. Okay, great. Let's redo this. Hold on. Up a bit. duplicate that layer, and then we're going to free transform equals flip horizontal, slide that into place. There we go. A lot of the reason why I do streaming on artwork at all is just to make sure I keep my ass in the chair and just get the work done. Is I've got a scattered attention. It's easy for me to tangent into an idea. What it is that when I feel the pressure of getting stuff done, it makes me want to disengage. Ironically, it makes me want to stop working on a project. So I have to keep my ass in the chair to make sure that I keep getting the project done. Nah, that'll do. This thing's not actually very complicated. It's just got stuff going on. So let's just keep at this and knock it down. I think I'm okay with where the turrets are placed. I mean, it's accurate. It's just clustered weird. Let's go here. 3. How's this curve around? There we go. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Let's change the curve on that. I'm not happy with it. Yeah, it feels right. We should be able to get this not only done tomorrow when we come back and work on this some more. We're gonna be working on Eberron text revisions from our edits tonight, but I shan't be doing that on stream. So that means I'll be back on board with y'all tomorrow morning at in about 22 hours. And we'll continue work on this nautiloid. And we'll continue work on the Spelljammer tokens in general until they're all done. So tomorrow morning we'll work on more tokens. Tomorrow night, around 7 o'clock, we'll continue work on the Eberron cartography. We're going to get the revised text for the adventure done by tomorrow night to hand it back to our editor to continue the process. We're going to continue Friday morning with ship token production. Saturday morning, we're going to do Spelljammer page layout. And then, and then the rest of Saturday, I'm not liking how this is balancing out. I'm going to grab this like that. Yeah, that looks better. Saturday is typically a high production day for me, though I don't do I only do a couple hours on stream in the very early morning, and then I break away for the day and just do stuff on my own. So we're going to do that. All right, that is our time, folks. We're going to have to cut it for the day here. So like I said, we'll be back tomorrow morning doing more of this stuff. And then tomorrow night, more Eberron map. I'm going to take those away. There. All right, we're going to let it rest for the night. So there, we're actually coming along really, really nicely. We can get the floorboards in, what little floorboards we actually need up here on these balconies. Color the tentacles. And get the highlight along the shell once we finish the striated curve. And then we'll move on to the next one. So I suspect we'll be done with this like within maybe 40 minutes tomorrow morning, and then we'll continue on. So after the Nautiloid, we will work on the Shrike, which is absolutely a tiny little ship. So God willing, we'll be able to get that done tomorrow as well. So knock those two out. That'll leave us with Space Galleon, Squid, Star Moth, Turtle Ship, and Wasp. 5 more. We should be able to get done with the Shrike ship, and then maybe we'll do. We'll dive into the space. We'll dive into the Space Galleon, and we'll get some of it done tomorrow. We'll do. Yeah, we should get the Shrike ship not only done tomorrow. Most of the Shrike ship. We should be able to get the Shrike ship and the Space Galleon done by Friday. That'll leave us with the Squid Ship, Star Moth, Turtle, and Wasp. We'll do layouts on Saturday, and then we'll go offline, and we'll be doing more. I'll probably be continuing ship token production on Saturday off stream, just because I have family stuff that I do around house here. So I don't necessarily stream after Saturday morning, and then I'll be offline until Monday. Monday we'll finish up whatever ship tokens we have left. Yeah, so great. Hey, thanks a lot for sticking around with us, guys. We got a lot more on our plate to do. Once we get it all done, once it's done, then all we'll have left is page layouts, which is a very large misnomer by just left. Once we get the page layouts, then we build all the tables, charts, diagrams, and then illustrations that we drop in. So we actually have a shitload of work left to do, but we're getting to a point where page layout is the next step in the process. So, oh hey Gabby, sorry I didn't see you until now. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, guys. We're just gonna keep doing this stuff. Like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow morning to continue the effort. And thanks a lot for sticking around. So like, subscribe, blah blah blah. We do this Monday through Saturday every week in the mornings, and then Mondays and Thursdays typically in the evening. I'll be playtesting Dragonlance stuff for the mass combat system we have probably in August. So keep an eye out for that. I got to cut out of here and do day job stuff. So I will see you guys on the other side. Thanks so much.